Hello and welcome back. Today we are talking about how to build content creation confidence as a quiet person. So for starters, let's say that my first language was not English. I've grown in Kenya, so I talk in English, Swahili, Kikuyu, also Sheng. Sheng is a mixture of the English and the Swahili. So when it comes to content creation, I always wanted to make content that is international. I don't want to do content that is limited to Swahili because that means that I will have a limited audience. So I had to come up with a way of making English easier for me, and that means that I had to start incorporating English in each and everything that I'm doing in each and every day so that it will just start coming easily. I know it's not perfect yet, but the way I do this is that I have a son, so I try and talk to him in English each and every time I can so that I'll be able to know how to articulate words, have better choice of words, know what to say at what time. You get the point. Like just building a muscle for learning English and learning how to communicate in it and express yourself better in it so that when you start to make your content, it will be easier for you to be able to do it. So that was my first struggle. I had to learn to do the English thing easily, and the other thing is learning now to talk it openly. You know, the awkwardness that comes with you trying to talk English to your friends. You know, it sounds crazy. You sound like you're feeling that you're better than them. You're feeling that you're more educated. You're feeling sophisticated in some kind of way. It brings out some class for no reason, absolutely no reason, but it brings out some class, and people will judge you and they'll tell you, why don't you make content in your native tongues? Why don't you accept that you're a Kenyan? Why don't you accept this? But remember, you're the one who have your goals and you're the ones who want to go far with this thing. So you just have to learn to talk and learn to talk openly. And with time, as you make content, you will realize that it is really hard to express points that are controversial, and you'll have to find your voice in the process, because you cannot just keep saying that I saw this quote, I had this person say, I read this. You'll start at some point to have to say that I believe this, I know this, I want to say this. Like, you'll start having to own whatever you're saying. You can't just be someone passing a message. You're not like reading news, you're trying to build a community. So you'll start having to just learn how to say things in your own perspective and stop worrying how people will take it. If they will be offended, well, their problem. There is always an audience for each and every person. I might come here and be like, I'm child free, this is my angle, and there is people who are child free and they will love your angle and they will swing with it. I might come here and say I like people on the spectrum, and there will be people that like that. You know that in the social media you have an audience of like 7 billion people. Okay, not 7 billion because they don't all have phones. Let's say like you have an audience of 3 billion people that could possibly lean into your content. So whatever things or whatever belief you decide to portray to the audience, you will always find people who will resonate with your content and they will love it. The trick is to do it enough so that they can see it. Treat each and every video of yours as an ad. Do you know those repetitive stupid ads you see on TV daily, and at the end of the month you can narrate them in your head, and they are so annoying. This is how content creation also works. The more I post, the more you people see me, the more you get bored with me, the more some people will like me, and so on. I'll grow on you as I grow. You get the point. So the practical steps I had to do is, number one, I also had to start reading out loud. Get books, at least read a page or two out loud so that you can hear the words you mispronounce, you can hear what you sound like, you can work on your fluency, you can learn to talk faster. It's all in there. Just just talking it out, just reading it out, also listening to English podcasts that will help you know how other people are articulating their feelings, how they communicate things, how they talk without offending people. You learn those skills in between there. What is another practical step I can tell you guys? Practice is basically it. Practice each and every time. You will notice that my first video is not as good as the second video, my second video is not as good as the third. Like, every time you make a video, it becomes better. So just keep on improving. Don't judge yourself so much when you make mistakes are there to be made. And I told you guys, what you have to do is do this thing for the long run. If I'm deciding to do content for 5 years, I won't mind if my English is terrible today. I'm like 3 months in. The time I'll be like 1 year in, 2 years in, I'll be perfect. I'll be perfect because talking is a muscle and you can learn anything. If a child can be born today and start learning French and learn it by the time they're 2 years, you can do this. So that is the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and let me know what I should talk about next. Bye.